Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. You can see me up in the corner. I am shuffling. I pre-shuffled the cards and brought them out. This is a fascinating energy. I was just going to say that. This is a very fascinating energy. I want to say here, Gemini, well, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm asking to see your energy. I'm asking to see your energy, and I'm asking to see the energy of another person. Now, I'm going to say this, that I feel like the main theme in this reading is centered around you stepping into some sort of authenticity here. Now, this is like your divine truth. It honestly really is about stepping into your divine truth and maybe even in some way being a leader or stepping out. It could even be stepping away from some type of leadership position. Your truth gives someone else confidence here. That's the big part, excuse me, of this reading, is that your truth, you being you, authentically gives others confidence to do the same. Now, in what vehicle of life this is, I'm not sure. There's many, there's a lot more cards that need to come out. I'm going to bring tarot out. But as you can see, so you pulled out the mask and the cosmic egg. So you have some sort of divine connection here. Now, when I say that, the cosmic egg represents the crown chakra. So there is some sort of connection here to God, to source, to spirit. Actually, it's really interesting. Have you ever done that? Have you ever put your hand on the top of your head and talked? I can feel my voice vibrating off the top of my head. Isn't that fascinating? There's got to be something spiritual connected to that. So I've never done that before, and I've never felt that. So everyone try that. Everybody stop for a second. Okay, put your head, and I've got it on, you know what that, I guess it's kind of like what that would be, that soft spot in your head, right? Like right in the middle. I can feel like muscles moving. My scalp too. Put your hand on the top of your head and start talking. And start, ooh, I really feel it here. Like you're really, wow, that's fascinating. My voice is vibrating my whole skull. I was not aware of that. I feel like we just learned something in this, like digging into your energy. It's the crown chakra. Okay, so we might look into that later. I don't know if you got any theories around that, but I want to say that's frequency and vibration going up to spirit and vice versa, which is your underline. So, but the mask is, this mask card is interesting because, there's the obvious there where you're putting on some type of persona. You're not who you actually are. I want to say all of us do this in many different capacities, okay, right? Like, especially if it has anything to do with work or the public eye. Like the person that you see me as, like for 20, 30, 40 minutes on a camera, is not the person that I am the 23 and a half other hours out of the day, right? Like I'm in this for you. I'm doing this for you. So to some extent, there is, I guess, a bit of a mask, right? So anyways, now, that's the obvious message with this card. The message that you wouldn't necessarily think of, but which is also very interesting, is that the mask can enable you to express yourself and to be something in a way that you would otherwise not. And it kind of talks about like life as a stage. Some of you might be stage performers with this card coming out like this as well. And the things that you are doing on stage, like whatever you're doing, it is spiritually driven here. Okay, it's spiritually driven, and I do feel like it's manifesting, because to me, this is a point of manifestation. It's something important here that's being protected, that's part of a rebirth here in a cycle for you. So that's your energy. But now, this energy, this is another person, and they have the flame and the shark. So the shark is like this uncomfortable, it could be an uncomfortable secret. There's something secret here that sort of circles the room. There's something in this room that feels uncomfortable. It hasn't been addressed. There's something that needs to come up from the surface. Somebody could be hiding something. But the flame card also talks about, like, I want to say it's like third chakra energy, so confidence, but it's also the area where we are threaded to others, where energetic exchanges occur. Because of the mask, I'm feeling like someone is not comfortable with you. I I don't know how else to say it. Now, so, okay, check this underline out. Okay, this is cool. So you got the Alethea card. I don't know, the last time I pulled this out. I had to look it up. This talks about the truth. It talks about, like, divine truth. The real truth. The truth. You know? The truth. And then look at the card that you got with it. The thread. And it is the truth of, like, how we are all connected. The truth of how we're all connected. And even this tether. The tethering to the truth. Which brings me here, right? There's something about this crown chakra energy. Tethering to the truth. Having a thread to the divine. It's like it's telling me you have a thread to the divine. Now, I find that very interesting because there's like quite a few tarot readers that I have found over the years that are Geminis. So I really feel like a lot of times I'm getting like tarot readers coming into this, but you don't have to be. I don't want you to feel excluded because I said that. It's not at all. There's something here because you can utilize this energy in many different ways. And I feel like there's even something here that you could be doing. Or I need the tarot. Right? Because I'm just looking at the oracle cards. Is this talking about something within yourself that you were hiding? Or is it talking about a persona that you put over top of yourself so that you can actually express something that you otherwise could not? Right? Like it's, you know, imagine you're in a workspace. Just imagine, or you're in a community or something, I don't know. And you are you, and maybe there's somebody around you and you would like to express something to that person, but you're like, you know, it's completely inappropriate. I cannot express it to that person for whatever reason. I don't know. I could just think of like dozens of reasons why that might be the case in a situation. So without like specifically leaning into one of them, we'll just say that's what it is. So you cannot express yourself to this person in that environment. Now, there's a masquerade ball. There's a masquerade ball. And so everybody's wearing a mask. But you're like, oh, I know what that person, you know, okay. You know how you can identify people by the way they walk, right? I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but after you get to know a person, everybody has a very distinct mannerism and the way that they move and function and walk, right? So it's like you can see, oh, I can see who that's them, but you have a mask on, and it's almost like the mask now allows you, because nobody knows who you are, unless people know how you walk too. It's like nobody knows who you are, so you can now express something. But what you would express is powerful. It's very powerful with this cosmic egg. It's incredibly powerful, but it's okay. So it's almost, okay, so here's the other thing. Let's say you're in a family dynamic and your family knows you, and maybe you've become like a spiritual guru. Like you download crazy, incredible shit, you know, and you could be doing that, but you're still little Jane. You're the middle child, or you're the youngest child, or whatever you are. And this coming from you, they're like, no. Like, okay, all right, Jay, can you help with the dishes? We really, but then it's almost like you could take this information, what you download, and then, so it could even be like an author. You know, when they write under, they have a pen name. Like Stephen King did that for a while. He had a couple of different, I think, pen names that he wrote under. But also, because it allowed him, right? It allowed him to express himself in a completely different way. It took him out of the genre, the expectation, the box that he was in. I don't know. So it's very fascinating how this comes out, because then you get the king. Then you get the king. This is like a God, I don't know, like God has gifted you with connection here. God has gifted you with connection. However, there's something about you that is like this package. Nobody's going to trust it. Nobody's going to listen to this package. Yeah, maybe like I've really tried to kind of like I've thrown a lot of balls out there, or in terms of, or asked Spirit to throw some at me to catch for this example, right? Like it could be something like that. Like, well, this person, that's inappropriate. I can't tell them this in this situation. They can't know what's coming from me. Or it could be like you're little Jane and nobody really thinks, like you're just the little sister or the little brother, and this powerful information isn't going to come from you. That's not possible, because they're judging the package, right? They're judging the package. This could even be like, we could even go a step further here. And we could even like say, it could be even someone who's in a minority. This could be like you could be a black person, and you could be living in a place, they're out there, in a place where, nobody's going to listen to what you have to say. It's a bunch of white people. It's a bunch of like really closed off minded people. And you're like, no. It has something to do with your the packaging that you come in, or the environment that you're in. It is not to discredit what you've got, because it's powerful. It's really powerful. But it's, it could also be like, let's say you're going to stand in front of your local town hall meeting, You're going to stand in front of your local town hall meeting, and you're standing in front, or you're standing amongst people who are lawyers, who are doctors, who are, highly educated, and they've accomplished all sorts of things. You have something very profound to say. But it's like, so I don't know if this is also about your the package of what you are, is how this is coming across. It's kind of interesting too. Like, you kind of look at the world today. What I'm going to say, a lot of people like to call themselves Christians, but I really think that they forget about where that word comes from. It comes from Christ, and Christ is like Jesus, and Jesus was one of the most humble, non-sparkly fucking packages on the planet, right? And a lot of people didn't listen to what he had to say. A lot of people today are really drawn into this sparkly, wonderful package, or this person makes a ton of money, they must be smart, or this person knows how to do brain surgery, the divine only works through them. There's something about who you are. So are you putting on this mask? Are you putting on, I'm going to tell you all, I'm actually not a black woman, I'm not. But shout out to all the black ladies out there. I was going to say, like, Cindy's doing these readings and she's not Cindy. Maybe I'm not. Boy, wouldn't that be interesting? This is going to be one of those kind of readings, my friends. Because I'm like feeling the energy of this. And you know what I like about it? It's because it's like so let's say whoever this other person is, this person feels uncomfortable about something, maybe in a group, in an environment where they might feel depleted. I feel like something can be taken from me if I expose this aspect of myself. So there's somebody sitting over here who, it feels to me, might get some courage from you, or might feel more comfortable with you in whatever way this is coming across. It's very specific. Now, the king is like the queen. The king can be benevolent or malevolent. And maybe you could, so here's the other thing. You could be doing things, right? You could be doing good things. But if you're wearing a mask that looks like a wolf, that is not, and it's around, and I'm not trying to go into the, the sheeples or all that shit. I really hate that name calling stuff. That is just like the lowest form of intelligence. When you don't like what somebody's saying, you're like, you're a sheeple. There's nothing worse than name calling. It's like, I have nothing else to throw at this but call you a name. Okay. So but if you're amongst, let's say you're amongst a flock, okay? Let's say that you're amongst a flock of sheep. So you're amongst a flock of sheep, and you have something important to say, but you're disguised as the wolf. It doesn't matter how good you say it or how beneficial it may sound to the flock of sheep. I don't know. It looks like a fucking wolf. I wouldn't trust what's coming out of the fucking wolf's mouth, my friend. Would you? No, I wouldn't. No. Right? There's something really specific about this message here for you. Yeah. The truth. The truth that you, like, I've never seen anything so direct in my life. Like, look at this. This thread to the heavens of truth. And like, how do you use it? As a king, you also have the wolf at the bottom, which is a leader. It is leading the friggin', a wolf's mask. What is going on here? What is going on? What is going on? Because there's a leadership energy here, but there's something about the mask that you wear. Now we're working this out, huh? We're working this out. That's how my readings go. If you don't like that, I don't know what to do. I can't change who I am to satisfy your need. The mask that you wear does not benefit the message. And so it causes, right, somebody is uncomfortable, somebody is unsure. Something's not right, right? It's almost like, because if somebody is perceiving you as a wolf in a situation, but you're not, you're actually a sheep with a wolf's mask on, maybe. But whatever the reason, whatever the mask discredits or cancels out whatever you're trying to say. And somebody's like, so I feel something's not right here. It's like that, right? Like they're in the room and like, I don't know. I don't feel right. I don't feel comfortable with it. No. I don't feel comfortable. I feel like this is draining me. So here's the other thing. You could be saying to someone, this is draining you. This is not healthy. Look what's happening. Yeah, you look like a fucking wolf. I'm going to trust what you're saying. And then they're like, oh, you're draining me. You're draining me. Yep, there's something weird going on here. Something weird, my friends. Okay, I'm going to go to the tarot. I'm going to ask, like, what is the relationship with the situation between you? Why are you not going to shuffle like that now? And this. Other energy. And then we're going to ask some questions about your mask. Okay, how is Gemini connected to the flame shark? You could work with this person. You got the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. You could work for this person. Or no. Or maybe this person works for you. Like, yeah, it's totally what he said. So it could be too, right? Like, you could have a great idea. I don't know. You're coming up in a leadership energy. But the question of whether you're benevolent or malevolent here, like whether you are benefiting me, or are you trying to pull one, or you're doing this, you're trying to fuck me around. Like, what are you doing here? It comes down to how they identify you, or what they do or do not know about you. It's fascinating. And what I want to say is, because whatever this information is, like, you could be giving someone advice at work, and they're like, oh no, you hang out with the boss. That's what they're thinking. They're like, I see you hanging up with, or maybe you're married to the boss, you know, like something like that. And like, yeah. So something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right here. That's what this energy is saying. Okay. So, okay. Show me the two sides of this mask, which is also interesting, right? Gemini, the dualistic sign, the two sides of this mask. Show me the two sides of this mask. We're going to look at the colorful side, and then we're going to look at the dark side. But it's like you wear the dark mask in the color zone. You wear the dark mask in the color zone. So in and of, it's almost too, like, it almost speaks to me like an environment of color and joy and happiness. You got this dark mask on. Well, it's like, well, fuck. When somebody shows you they're dark, they're showing you, they're telling you the truth. The two sides of you. The Six of Cups, the color zone. That's the, we got the colorful roots, and then the mask is the Ace of Wands. Oh, so why did I say the mask? I meant the dark area. The whole card is the mask. Okay, I feel like this could even be someone, I feel like this is someone that has some type of familiarity around you because you are showing up, right? Like, there could be an association that you have here with something, with the Six of Cups, some type of association. And because of the association, there's distrust here. I'm really trying to think of examples without trying to polarize anything, but I mean, you know, like it's, let's say somebody associates you with a neighborhood. We'll just do that, you know. I mean, I've moved from only freaking neighborhoods, my own town in the last 4 years, from this one to that one and that one and that one. I really like the one I'm in right now. But let's say somebody associates you like with a neighborhood. And in that neighborhood, there was a lot of gossip. Describe one of the neighborhoods I live in. A lot of gossip, a lot of self-righteous attitude, a lot of like, you know, things that, you know what, I do not feel like these people are in my highest good. It doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel good. I want to say you, like, let's say you knew that person or you knew someone in that group. And I don't know, maybe years later you run into it, and maybe that's something like this. Maybe this is some type of energy from years later, because it's almost like Spirit is coming through in this reading to say that, I don't know, maybe there's something that you're connected to or a way that you showed up in some environment that makes someone very cautious about you. So, okay, what's the cosmic egg? The Mother of Swords. So it's the friggin' truth, man. And that's you. So the seer and being of truth. You have a cosmic thread here. I don't know how else to convey that. And right, it's almost like the message or the advice or your intent, it gets lost in the mask. It gets lost in the mask. The Four of Pentacles, the Emperor, there's that leadership energy again. And the Nine of Pentacles, your energy. I'm going to say this is... you're looking out for number one. You're looking out for number one. You are looking out for number one. So that's the other thing here. If there's something that... I don't know. This could be with the 10 and 8 of Pentacles with the 5. I mean, it could be home or work. And it has that level of importance or weight to it. Like, it's big, it's serious, whatever this energy is. It, you know, fucking around with this could have like serious ramifications in your life, whether it's home or work. Like, both these are areas where we find stability and consistency in our life so that we can grow and develop, you know, through a supportive environment. If somebody is... you know, not experiencing that consistency and stability in at least one of those areas of their life, it can kind of throw a wrench into things. So this is like, it does feel like it's pretty important here. Now, this is all about you. I really want to say it, like with the Gemini, this is all about you. With the Four of Pentacles, your energy is self-contained. It's just about you. The Emperor is the leader. It is very clear. It's almost like, yeah, we know. We know you're the boss. We know the ball's in your court. We know that you're in charge. But then again, the Nine of Pentacles is like looking after yourself. Somebody might associate you with strictly looking after yourself. Now, maybe somebody met you in a situation where that was imperative. You needed to do that. You know, I, again, can think of dozens of reasons why that would be. But so it's almost like there's something coming between you and someone else seeing you clearly. And it's that, like in some form. Okay, so let's look at the flame and the shark. The flame. Oh, okay. Someone feels drained. Anyways. This is one of those readings where I feel like the messages are like kind of hitting me in the head. It's like, okay, the Two of Wands. Interesting. And then the shark. Trying to contain their dreams, trying to protect their dreams. The future, the Star. So whatever this energy is over here, I feel like somebody has a lot to protect. And they don't trust you. I don't know how else to say that, right? But it's not to come across like it's not a diss on you. It is something here, like some sort of persona. And because of that, but this persona, this mask, it's like the mask you have to wear to do something. Maybe the mask you have to wear to do a job. The mask you have to wear to, you know, like to be tough with your own kids. Because it's all about you. I cannot, and you are, so I don't know what you would expect. Just gonna be sassy. I just feel, I have a Gemini rising, and I just feel like when I connect with Gemini energy, I can get downright sassy. We're just talking at each other. Because this is like, it's just all about you. It's all about you. Maybe it has to be, I don't know why it is, but that's your reason. It's like, that's your reason. And the flame is a very important energy because this can be somebody's life source, their life force energy. And the direction that goes, even trying to keep that on track. I mean, this could even be somebody who's running a business. It could even be someone who, like, I want to imagine this as a franchisee, and you could work for corporate. You could work for corporate, but corporate has hired you to help franchisees identify areas of their business where you can see that they're not doing something a certain way, and your experience through traveling to all the franchises is when it's done this way, it actually creates a lot of success. But right, because you're walking in with corporate's mask. So the message goes on deaf ears, or because it's a combination of how important something is to another here. Like, it really needs to be protected. This could, right? And I'm saying that because, like, a franchise, like someone who's running or bought a franchise, someone's invested a lot here. Maybe this is like a blessing to them in their life. This is what they've always wanted to do. This is, right, like keeping that on track. And the flame is our sustenance. It is, again, there's something very important over here. It affects the future. It affects their future. But you've got the mask of corporate on. And because of that, it's like, well, it's what you're saying or the advice you're giving me is for your own good. It's not for mine. It doesn't help me here. That's what I'm getting, like, over here. Yeah. Right? This is not to tell you that whatever you have isn't, but the persona that comes with it, with the message, with the advice, with the guidance, with the leadership. It could even be a workspace where it's like unionized or something, but you're working like at a head office or something. Like, it's like, well, I don't know. That is the reading. It's so curious. And again, how are you connected to this person? It feels like it could be home or work. It feels a little like work to me, because of that Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. I don't know, maybe someone could feel like you compete with them. I have no idea. But I mean, that's the message. I don't know what the exact scenario is, but the message is clear as mud. Since it's clear as day, right? Okay. The Eight of Cups, the Nine of Wands, and the Son of Pentacles. Oh my God. This almost feels like, it's like if you're trying to get somebody to invest with you here on a more emotional level, or to try to connect with someone on a more emotional level. It feels like it's been very difficult for a long time. And I don't know where that's come. So what side of that could be? Because maybe it could be this person is like, well, you know what? They're completely shut off emotionally. They're just like corporate. I'm not going to talk to them. I really don't understand. So, or, you know, you have the corporate mask and you're like trying to, I want to connect a little more, you know, one-on-one here with you and really understand what it is that you want to grow. I'm like, trust the mask. You're walking in with a wolf mask. You know, I'm cooking lamb chops in here. You think it's safe? No. Okay, I'm going to go do the extended. I'm going to do the extended, Gemini. And it's very intriguing reading. In the extended, I am going to ask what this other, the flame shark, what the flame shark doesn't know about you. That could be interesting with the mask on, right? And then I'm going to ask what you, the mask cosmic egg, don't know about the flame shark. So there, we're going to spill some beans over there. Thank you so much, Gemini. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.